I'm watching me throw one pick it. There's a match in one should we did this United match. Me throw how much he one pick senior. Me throw one pick.
Bemen and Yamatre, Mr. Also offer me.
How much he one pick.
Okay. Patrona boss saying.
Now the United match in the time go show me tweet tell me tweet here. Saturday me throw.
Oh me verify my phone is
now delete you call log every day. If you delete you call log.
Why would I do that?
Oh, it's a BBC we are now for phone. Take me delete you call log.
See, say my catch was a fast second.
But me throw, let's say you throw one fact into a new phone so I can show mine to you. But yours is not your phone because you probably deleted it. And I tweeted on the game
and
before the game.
Why would I do that? Then I'm again.
I don't know. That is up to you. That is up to you.
Why would I achieve some delete me call log including what the idea?
Say when you say me bar, when you say wada, who have chrome, and I want to matching, but to be who did it. Into me bar, that's a baby sour.
Coffee.
Over here, it was a match. Okay, match with him.
TT, my main custom. Okay. Manchester United. Bidi. And Numgare. Edda Manchester United.
Nana Saka 7 can't say Nyanto was you. Na say ya mutim ne enye.
Why?
Nana Saka enemy bisa say. Match no shebi.
You.
Uhebi.
Hey.
Do boss we bisa question.
And I during the
Uhebi.
I'm watching there to be honest with you.
Nyanto boss here.
I meant me anhwe.
That's all.
Ba me buy my behwe.
Ma me na analysis me cast one.
Oh, and I say
boy
live no my share. But my best no pay. I watch every bit of the
game. But
game.
United don't pull. They did how you.
Me.
No, we have about match 11 or 12.
And not the me viao.
It's a
no. Na my mouth just me bibi. But and any via me. Na Kofi. Amori ma shisha timo. Tima Amori ma shisha no Manchester. The Ebedian Manchester. America kromu hono.
Tell you, I'm just analyst America.
Assembly Minyanum Chelsea for Semunim dia ba Premier League.
You go na your league nada.
Hey,
na say you go na your league.
Na anopay so working kan Doni. Aruna working kan interview
analysis. Rich. Ahomachi mo share 4 goals to 1.
Bournemouth cancel so.
I stayed up to watch the game.
Okay.
Because I wanted to watch Brian Mbuemo and Matthias Cunha in the team.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for me, lineup nearby no. Na omon kahobi. And it means that they were not going to play. But to be very honest, I was impressed by Ruben Amorim. I think that United problem goes beyond just tactics. But when it comes to tactically, Ruben seems to be getting the things that he has to get right. And me who line up no, I asked myself, say, who was going to play as part of the deepest in midfield with Casemiro? It was Bruno Fernandes. And I think, say, Obi also Bruno be in the number 10 position, sometimes will complain about how erratic our Onyaboni be constantly want to play forward in Tiana or a few mistakes and makes a lot of interceptions, so Kitabona. But when he played yesterday as the deepest of the 2 midfielders between Ono and Mason Mount, you could tell that he was very, very good on the ball. More controlled, more tempo, calmness on the ball in United build-up. Rich. But the person I was much excited about was Abrantia, your friend Luke Shaw, and almost everybody on Man United's left-hand channel. Who said my left-hand channel? Move on with Luke Shaw, Patrick Dogu, and Amad Diallo.
The new Patrick Evra.
Patrick Dogu was solid, to be very honest. And I was impressed with Patrick Dogu boy as a wing back. Or could the name Abanechi Winnie ball playing forward. It was something that I loved. Do you guys still need a striker?
I think so.
Because Enra, I don't know, Michel Rasmus Hollander, he looked like a hungry young man. He looked like Opebibia or team in him. And by the time the first goal came, no, Rich, the way Rasmus Hollander identity, a greasy ball, the far post, no, you could tell that that's a very, very good performance from our great friend Rasmus Hollander, and he's growing as a striker. In between the 2 centre backs, a very, very good run, got a job that again impressed with Patrick Dogu, scored the second goal. Amad Diallo, top-notch performance on the day. I think, say, like Ruben Amorim kind of rich, things are getting better, things are getting together. I still think that Muye just a few things away. Muye, the culture change away. Ruben Amorim himself being more charismatic as a manager, a bit more pushing the players to believe more, no? Something that he also has to do. Apart from that, I think that was a very, very good performance. And who are you choosing? Benjamin Sesko or Oli Watkins?
Watkins.
Oli Watkins.
Yeah.
Why is Oli Watkins your pick?
Because on him league in
experience,
adaptation, and
anything.
What I say?
Yeah.
Premier League in the catch.
Yeah.
You might be good. Oh, team Albo.
Yeah.
But the Premier League, I don't know weird league be.
Yeah.
Answer na be found. It takes players 1 or 2 be.
Yeah. And Watkins sounds like English boy.
He's an English boy.
Yeah.
So indeed, a be phantom.
So Oli Watkins is your pick.
Me and you see, Kofi, my catcher Benjamin Sesko.
Yeah.
It's not like me feeling no. But the style of play me pet.
Okay.
Where strikers now. So I na ojina baby no bobo no.
Yeah. But you're erratic on the shooting. Who say according to SofaScore, out of the 28 shots our ball in 2 seasons outside the box now, I think 2 or 3 per and on target. Yeah. So sometimes a little bit
on striker.
I also think I agree with you. Why would I agree with you? Already more 2 young strikers on my team. You have Joshua Xavi, who doesn't look like he's going. Rasmus Hojlund, I don't think that there is a market available for Rasmus Hojlund today or in the market in him. So this is something that I'm a little bit coy about. But I think that Semunya, a much more experienced center for the Oli Watkins. Watkins has experience in the Prem, has experience as an English boy, like you said, adaptation, and so he comes in, slots in, and also help to mentor our brand friend Rasmus Hojlund and our brand your friend Joshua Zexi. Again, Rich, the money involved in buying Joshua Zexi in buying Benjamin Sesko will be too much. Leipzig funds over 75 million down payment, base amount, before add-ons, before a sell-on clause. For a brand friend Benjamin Sesko when you buy him. Expensive. That is why Arsenal were out of the conversation for Benjamin Sesko. That is why Chelsea didn't think twice about Benjamin Sesko. It looks as if until Newcastle for a bit when they sell a brand friend of Alexander Isak, this can Benjamin Sesko Rich. And these are the numbers. 64 games played for a brand friend of Benjamin Sesko in the last 2 seasons. Oli Watkins 75. 27 goals for Benjamin Sesko, 35 for Oli Watkins in all competitions, including the Premier League. 7 assists for Benjamin Sesko, 21 hooping for Brent's friend Oli Watkins. Even the percentages, still Oli Watkins seems to be leading the XG conversion rates on any other. It looks as if for the short-term measure there, Manchester United should trust a Brent's friend Oli Watkins. Richardo.
Chairman.
When I see Enra Mikoko do 4 or 5 thereabouts, I slept. Usually while we need to have a routine. It's 11:30, 12. I was up. I'm sorry, first thing I saw on my phone was that Hato to Chelsea, done. And I remember we had said it over here, say, any be a problem.
No matter of time.
It was just a matter of time. Hato was always going to be a Chelsea player. But Rich, I saw a report from the Telegraph, UK, where they were reporting that near Chelsea sporting director snippet said yes, Chelsea are the club World Cup. I said the confidence in the team no akosro. But it is also at a point where Oman Sheni they will be too complacent. They will think that they can play every competition and win. Until Oman fixes certain problems and then give the coach the dynamism enough that he wants on the team to be able to succeed. So according to the Telegraph, everything they are doing right now in the transfer window is that they want to back this man called Enzo Maresca. Until Maresca tonight any team analysis no. No, because me pay play away, and I say me pay profile away. They don't hesitate. And it looks as if in about the last 3 years, this is the very first time at Chelsea are buying coach specific profiles for a particular coach. They didn't do it for Mauricio Pochettino. Graham Potter put a one check enough to even get that privilege. Frank James Lampard same. But it looks as if for Enzo Maresca, he has proven enough, giving the sporting directors and the owners enough information and then enough thing to think about. Okay, then we can back Enzo Maresca. It didn't start with Jaro Hato. It started in the middle of the season. Not Chelsea both game will be they realized that on physical levels, no, they were not able to compete with some of the stubborn teams, no, our league. So one of the first things that they wanted to look at is the physicality, inclusion of the physical abilities of the various players. Maybe it may not be the first thing that you look at, but one of the biggest decisions in bringing in Leandra was about somebody who can add to the physicality of the team. Even in the middle of the season, Chelsea went to Sporting and asked of Abrante's friend Daru Esugo, who was on loan at Las Palmas in the Spanish La Liga. The only reason was that Yepobi or something physical. When Moises Caicedo is not there, their plan throughout the season was that whatever happens, Andre Santos becomes a part of the team because of the intensity and physicality. Babeka team no. Rich, what was left was that say watch a Chelsea team now, Rich. All across the field of play, Chelsea were at least 2 players for every position. In fact, that is the vision, to get at least 2 players for every position. So the goalkeepers obviously now are Sanchez and Felix Jorgensen. Left-sided centre back Levi Kowal and Benoit Belashili. Right-sided centre back Ube say certain positions be one of 3, and I'll tell you about it. Right-sided centre back Chaloba, Fofana, and Tosin Adrebiayo. It is because at right-sided centre back, Chelsea will not choose Chaloba this summer because Wesley Fofana is injury prone. And if they've been able to send Mamadou Sarr back to Strasbourg, they know that Wesley Fofana is still fit that he can play. But so then they need Chaloba, then they need Tosin Adrebiayo to come there. It is same for the right side. Right back on them. Reece James, Malo Gusto, and Abrante's friend Joshua Champion. Because of Reece's injury concerns, they've added Abrante's friend Joshua Champion as backup to the 2. Then in fifth, you want Enzo and Andre Santos. Number 6, Esugo, Lavia, and Caicedo. The 2 positions are not Chelsea. A proper 2 main guy and a backup was at left back. And of course, number 10 role, and that is why they were going for the players that they were going for. Rich and Chelsea finalized the deal for Abrante's friend Jaro Hato. Majority of the reports is saying, say, in pounds is 35.5 million. Are going to be add-ons and also a sell-on cross. I asked for who wanted to get more. Rich, if you speak to the people who have followed the Eredivisie for a long time, they will tell you that this boy was 19, but Obo now has 25.
I get on so.
Yeah, almost say Oburu ni Fieniso, and he's a good player. And I think that Rich in some way about the player dovetails into that. Osta Obone ne debut for Ajax Amsterdam at age 16. Then he captained the club at age 17.
No, Kofi, Abrante is always a good.
Yeah.
Also called Hollander and a Netherlander.
Yeah.
A Liga, young players neighbor.
Yeah.
Or academy.
And I asked an academy. Yeah.
So on being as the best young player,
Yeah.
it tells you the guy is good.
Yeah.
The guy is really good.
Oh yeah. And you see, me share a little documentary that Ajax Amsterdam did for him. Rich, how he speaks. And Makasa in the modern game, and Nani and double cast and he came up. These scouts, they look beyond their Kosovo Park. He's a class actor, gentle, calm, but an intense on the field of play. Technically, a very, very good player. And Rich, what it means is that and then Marco Correa and a very good backup. And yeah, the over to Marco Correa every team in him. What it means is that Marco Correa can get somebody that he can compete with. And also, it was always going to be wrong if Chelsea wanted to run down Marco Correa throughout the season. And he said he will play some games. And of course, say Chelsea, even with a back 4, not either of them right centre backs, you can push Levi Cole as the RCB and then put Jao Hato as the LCB. Then one of them becomes the CCB. Very, very important. Rich, Chelsea area now. One was annotation from Bleacher Report from. Omaye Marco Crea wada. Ena oda sa dia usually ko beach who say omachi chiabo coconut trees him. Ena Shaw Hotel Abidjan chain. Literally saying that finally Marco Crea can rest. And then they go into reach for Chelsea to get the boy for 40 million. That is good business. So Rebecca Chelsea Ajax wanted in excess of 50 million at least. But Chelsea for now forsake, and they made a structure very good structure, and then they said they will give them certain amount of a sell-on clause and also a good add-ons for Abrante Freno João Hato. Last season about 31 games MIS Amsterdam, Marco Crea about 32. So far score rating is 7.13. Or say 2 goals, Kukurea share 5 goals. Which last season Onoma the most assists MIS Amsterdam team in him. Left back Oma the most assists Ajax Amsterdam team. 11 clean sheets. Very, very good player power. You see on the tackles per game. It tells you say João Hato really is made for the top. Which the next thing is for Chelsea to do the deal for Xavi Simons. But when Chelsea and Shane here, the Xavi Simons deal will become complicated if Leipzig for any kind Tom Benjamin Sesko.
I will force them not to sell.
They will be in a position now. They can say that they will sell. Don't force them, but they can be comfortable enough to decide not to sell. Because the man was bought from Paris Saint-Germain for 50 million. 50 million. That is why Leipzig are saying that whatever happens in the Xavi Simons deal, at least there has to be 60 million. Send me 10 million be I am for so. Which Benjamin Sesko deal no. Ni boarding. And you think a club will be able to obisa questions. Oh, what is the amount involved in the operation of Sesko? You catch it, oh, base amount here 75 million and that. I say, hey, Sesko, base amount 75. I say, oh, dear, me or maybe Chelsea kokoye, Arsenal kokoye, Man United kokoye. And now it looks as if Obetinia ko Newcastle United. But that would depend on if you hear say Newcastle have finalized the deal for Alexander Isak, then the money goes into Benjamin Sesko. But Newcastle, are they much more convinced about Sesko now? In the coming days, we know. But immediately they sell Benjamin Sesko, it means that they are more comfortable. And again, Rich, when you say 10 million, João Hato and Komonignano, we constantly said João Hato had told the Ajax and Torres say, oh no, on personal barracks injury, he wants to stay at home for Chelsea to finish up the deal. As it stands now, Abrante friend Xavi Simons is still training with Leipzig for now. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like I'm saying, from now going, Chelsea would have to do one quick sale. Send Bombetinia finalizing the deal for Abrante friend Xavi Simons. I'm also very, very confident, say, and also just a matter of days, Abrante friend Xavi Simons will come because I think it's going to be tough for Leipzig for them to sell Abrante friend Benjamin Sesko before they sell Abrante their friend Xavi Simons. Buying for them, so I need to tell on them. If they get Xavi Simons, they will take them away from the rich. FC Barcelona this morning airball game, and very, very interesting game. Oshe and open match on mobile lineup no the normal Barcelona lineup. Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Pedri, Frankie De Jong, Mo Nfinfionum, Arau, Kubasi, Balde, and Kunde. I think that looks like the same starting lineup because Nyame Adoma next season, and Barca probably me after Nyame Adoma will come and talk about the game. Alexander Isak every Newcastle for training camp. See our training warriors say that for training camp, our training facility. I
said initially no.
Yeah.
Newcastle for never catches. Or man for them to come because Branch and don't be kind of
yeah, on the car say he doesn't want to.
He wants to leave. Now it's clear.
When is starting all? Now go so any diplomatic. Oh, me person me continue the money mine. And then Newcastle for so train now. So he got to a point where he had to stamp his feet. Say, you know what? I want to leave the club where I've gotten to. I need to move on into Kama. And that is where now the issue is. Now he's training at Real Sociedad for Center Rich. Meaning say won't call for but just give me a few seconds. Did you see last night the number of people that tracked the flight of Victor Osimhen?
Thank you for an idea.
Which also make us say Buchi Labaka Cheme say Osimhen will not move. Okay.
Sure.
We stayed on for almost 10 minutes on this show because say Buchi is the friend of Osimhen. He has said that he will move. Obebo Galatasaray. Saudi for ne pa. Omu fesika saying but he won't take. which was Osimhen staying.
But I was surprised me kakra to be honest.
Me can't put all the Buchi said.
Osimhen born or born or taking. Now it was about mainstream Europe. Ababo.
Mainstream Europe. I said one.
But Galatasaray for now.
Yeah.
I'll see a pet time being here discussing.
Take it for no.
Thank you for no, especially Galatasaray as a team.
And if Fenerbahce.
And if Fenerbahce.
Yeah, the two clubs.
Because team Otimi Fan Leroy signing from Bayern.
Yeah.
Is it say Edison? And so likely to be free city at Tony. I want to make you pick Victor Osimhen.
Yeah.
And it means that Omu ye BBO.
Yeah.
Galaforo. Eba Idi Asenka. Obviously, Osimhen. That's what about mainstream.
Say now they are attracting some very very good players. Power on them.
Okay.
I'm doing to see. I go with my man from the school. Only bombers for Ninkomona. Thank you. Eko Morocco Ibianka bombers for the Eko.
Coming here, Kusiakra.
David, see, I'm qualifying CAFCON, but I'm qualified.
Oh, send us a crack. I could go South Africa.
Ah, it is a game. Bombers for the Eko.
I am my back. And you say US no.
US and
US
US the Miriamenko.
Ungo.
Minko US.
Nana
Saka was a so ban or Befina. I'll be a Ghana Minko US.
I see.
And then UEFA Europa League games, no qualifying games, maybe or one of them. It's me show just a few seconds. Now, my mouth coats, no. Now, we're T4 Concutra, Honum Rich. I bet you codes. First one, a 2-1 FE 9003. Second one, a 2-1 FE 8EF3. And the last one, a 2-1 FE 8AB2. Rich, with us.
So me das, me summon command me